So I know that this is already kind of along the lines of old news and I'm a day late and a dollar short, but I still wanted to get my opinion out there. And that's that even when you tell Google explicitly not to use your location, don't allow to use your location, whether it's a Google search or just anything Google related on your phone, like through apps or whatever, apparently Google tracks your location anyway, and it's not approximate. It's pretty goddamn accurate. According to some sources, it's down to the square foot. It's your exact longitude and latitude coordinates. Like I said, it is not an estimate or an approximation. It is pretty goddamn accurate. And whenever you do a Google search, even if it's completely unrelated to anything that has to do with your location, for example, one source said like chocolate chip cookies, or which could kind of be based on your location, like where can I get chocolate chip cookies? But I'm pretty sure even if you search like a celebrity's name, you would not. Or it would still track your location. It would take a snapshot of your location. Now, I'm probably going to upset some people by saying this, but to be quite honest, this comes as absolutely no surprise to me. I mean, I'm not that amazed, and I'm pretty sure the government doesn't really give two shits. Because if there is one thing that both of the political parties of the United States of America cooperate on, it's invasion of privacy. Everything else, they're like saying mean words to each other and they're throwing insults like a bunch of boosted bonobos. But as soon as they want to invade someone's privacy, they're all for it. And they cooperate very well with each other, actually. They become best friends when they want to invade your privacy, ironically. But I mean, not only that, but the other reason why this shouldn't come as any surprise is, well, obviously, one, it's so easy. Two, like every big giant tech company out there is fucking doing it. Didn't Facebook just recently do it? Like they had some kind of privacy fiasco. I'm not sure if it had anything to do with location or if it was just your privacy, but Facebook had some kind of fucking ordeal recently, and now it's Google. But I mean, the terms of service that we all agree to blindly, and the end user license agreement, aka the EULA. Well, I'm pretty sure somewhere in there, Google, Facebook, all these giant tech companies, they do some magic wordplay. And so I have a feeling that a lot of this shit that they're doing, they can actually get away with legally, because you have to agree to the terms of use, terms of service, and end user license agreement, which none of us read. But I mean, honestly, we should read those, but we're never going to read those. I mean, let's be honest. I'm probably not going to start reading them. You're probably not going to start reading them because they're a fucking essay. I'm not here to read a fucking novel, okay? I'm here to use the goddamn product, and I'm hoping that the goddamn product works as intended and it's not fucking spying on me. But I'm pretty sure somewhere in the terms of use, it's like, we are allowed to sell your location data. We're allowed to sell your search history. We're allowed to sell that kind of stuff, because that's a big thing with tech companies. They sell data about their users to other companies, and other companies use that. For example, like advertising companies do that a lot. I'm pretty sure YouTube's ad bot thing, back in its infancy, it was shit. I'm pretty sure it's still shit. But AI will learn with time, and with data like this, you can improve those AI. So, I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword. We're giving up our privacy, but in return, we get, more advanced AI, that kind of stuff. So some good does come out of it, even though I really don't agree with the intrusion of privacy. But I mean, there is a darker side to this as well. For example, one reason why I don't think the government's going to butt in on this is because the government probably wants these tech companies to basically track everyone. So in the event of something happens that the government wants to fucking track down someone, or someone's on a watch list and they want to go through their history, they want to go through all of their actions, that kind of stuff, they'll probably look to Google and they'll be like, hey, Google pal, can you fucking lend us some data on this specific person? And Google will probably do it, or else the government will probably be on their ass. And I mean, that could be a good thing. It could be used to possibly fight terrorism, but it could also be a bad thing if the government goes rogue. Who's to stop them from fucking spying on everyone, and shutting down opinions they don't want, et cetera, et cetera. So I mean, I see good coming out of this, but I also see bad coming out of this. But I mean, my conclusion to this is that it's more on the bad side because Google is doing it without your permission. You know, it's one thing if it's with your permission, but this is more along the lines of without your permission. Google's basically just saying, yeah, well, fuck you. I'm Google, bitch. And yeah, so that's why I think it's more on the negative side. But like I said, they probably finagled it in the fucking terms of use or end user license agreement somewhere. So legally, they're probably okay. You know, in the event that they do end up going to court, they can probably just be like, oh, well, look at the EULA. It says we're allowed to do it as long as if we don't track their actual identity or some shit. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of loopholes around it. And I don't think any of these tech companies are going to get in any deep shit, basically. I'm sure they'll get a little slap on the wrist, but they're not going to get into any deep shit. And like I said, or I don't know if I said it in this recording, but I said it in a previous recording, the general public is very apathetic. The general public probably doesn't even give a shit about this. They probably don't even know about this. So I don't think a huge racket's going to be thrown over this, which ultimately means that Google's going to get away with it. And that's my opinion on this topic. Please don't forget to rate, comment, share, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.